Welcome back. We're here to look ahead to Saturday afternoon's Premier League game between West Brom and Spurs. Matt, we'll start with West Brom. They look really good under Pulis, don't they?
Yeah, I'm not surprised that that's been the case at all. Pulis, we see what he did with Crystal Palace and when he was at Stoke, and it's the same old story. I'm astounded that I would love to see what he could do at sort of like top 6, top 7 club, whether he could go in and do that. But he's come in and stabilised West Brom, who had their problems under Alan Ivan. Started not too bad this season, but sort of wilted away a little bit. And I don't think anyone's really surprised that Pulis has gone in there, settled everyone down, won 3 from 4. You know, last time out in the league against Everton. Went there and just shut up shop and got a point, and a point at Everton, even in Everton's bad form, is not a bad result at all. Didn't have too much going forward, but still excellent result, and obviously going to Birmingham in the Cup as well and winning there against their rivals. Obviously the fans would have loved that one, and he should be getting himself on the score sheet. He looks revitalised, and obviously he's started to sort of bed Brown Adai in as well, who's had his problems this season, and Sessegnon and players like that, and Berahino looks like he's staying. So I think all of a sudden there's a big turnaround at West Brom, and their fans should be excited now.
Definitely. I think obviously everyone talks about all the people that went out in the Cup this week. I think West Brom, they're stubborn under Pulis, aren't they? And I think they might fancy themselves, a good run in the Cup. I think they drew West Ham in the 5th round. That's a tough tie because obviously West Ham, they might fancy going all the way really, because West Ham, they're looking really good in the league. So that's a tough tie for them. But you mentioned the Everton game. That was a decent point to go there. It wasn't a great game. I think obviously the penalty incident was the headline. I think it was a penalty. But I mean Everton missed it. The Morales-Baines incident, but West Brom, they barely created anything in that game. But I think Pulis, before the game, if you'd said you can have a 0-0 draw here, he would have taken it definitely at Goodison Park, even though Everton are in terrible form. But you look at their league position now, they're up to 14th in the table, 3 points off the drop zone. They're only 5 off the bottom, in fact, if you look at the whole table. So, they've been doing well of late, but they're still nowhere near clear of danger. There's still a long way to go this season, and Pulis will know that. And he's already started making a few signings. I think Callum McManaman, I don't think it's been confirmed yet, but he's a player coming in, and obviously he's lost his way at Wigan a bit this year. But when Wigan got to the FA Cup final, he was brilliant in that cup final, wasn't he? We know he's got quality, so if Pulis can get that out of him. Yeah, I think obviously Pulis doing a fantastic job, and they'll fancy themselves against Spurs in this one.
Yeah, against the Spurs side, have been decent form in the league, but last time out in the Cup, home to Leicester, that'd be terrible. I mean, talk about the weekend and City and Chelsea going out and teams like that, and you're thinking Tottenham have a really good chance to get into the FA Cup final, which they haven't done in a while, and to get beat in that sort of game is disappointing. Obviously, at home as well against Leicester, bottom of the table, and you have to win those sorts of games when you're at home in the FA Cup, and really disappointed. But their league form's been decent.
Has been. Last time out in the league, they played Sunderland at home, and it looked like it was going to be a draw, but then up popped Christian Eriksen, another late goal. How many times has he done it this season? It must be about 4 or 5 times he's come up, and it's been 2-1 every time as well, isn't it? I mean, Pochettino's side, they do have, it's good character this season. It's been said a lot, but they do have it, and they keep going right to the end. And how many points have they won? After the 85th minute, it really is astonishing. And obviously, they're only 3 points off the top 4 now in 6th. They've definitely got a chance of finishing in the top 4. It's a very close race. Arsenal are looking a bit better. United. It's going to be interesting. I think you still expect Southampton to drop out of there. So there's probably, if you count United as probably going to get in the top 4, there's one more place there, and it'd be interesting to see if Spurs can challenge Arsenal for it. Because I think Arsenal probably are favourites to get in there, but Spurs, they're not far off at all now.
They've got a massive run coming up, massive month and a half. They play Arsenal, they play Liverpool, and obviously they play Fiorentina in the Europa League, which is not a tough league. I think Fiorentina is sitting 6th in the Italian league at the minute, 3 or 4 points off the Champions League, so they're having a decent season. And for Spurs, I think they'll play West Ham as well, don't they? Another team at the 7th at the moment, so it's players around. That's going to be who decides it. And like you say, it's going to be absolutely sort of fascinating to see who does take those places, whether it's going to be Spurs, Southampton dropping out. But everyone seems to have a big month, don't they? You look at February, March, April as the time when it's all decided, and Spurs, like a lot of other clubs, have got a big month.
Certainly have, and this is not an easy game for them at all going to West Brom. What's your score prediction?
It's a difficult one, isn't it? I think I'm going to back another draw. I mean, obviously the Pulis effect is massive, but I think there will be goals. I think both teams are not got their problems at the back. So I'm actually going to back 2-2.
2-2. I think I'm just going to back Spurs. I think they'll be reeling after that result against Leicester. Obviously, the big game midweek in the League Cup against Sheffield United. So I think they might be a bit tired, but I'm going to back Spurs to win this 2-1. I think so. We've got one draw and a Spurs win. Thanks for watching.